Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Yoga Essays for Self Improvement, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. We are currently studying a very profound topic, how to become a true disciple. Being a disciple, therefore, implies integrating your personality along the lines of general qualities which are symptoms of a normal personality. If you take up a work, you must take it up with responsibility. You must be persistent day by day. You must be reliable, not irresponsible. Furthermore, be eager to learn and unfold your practical talents. The more ability you have, the more you are needed in a system where Guru has developed a process of disseminating knowledge. A disciple is not composed of ordinary stuff. He is made up of stern metal, of stainless steel, not easily corroded by a little humidity of adversity. Therefore, when you are able to cooperate with others, when you develop an ungrudging personality, endurance, and patience, then you are after self realization. Furthermore, a disciple has a personality that does not look for defects in others and does not complain about others' defects. In becoming a disciple, you also discover a different pattern in relating to others. You do not become jealous when you see another progressing and becoming happier than you. In the world of discipleship, there is no jealousy, but only zeal and enthusiasm. However, aspiring towards self realization requires that you become the supreme monarch of heaven and earth. You must become all encompassing personality for such a development. You may have various limitations, but the ideal must be kept before your mind because you are not after an ordinary development. Your personality is bound to develop rare qualities of head and heart, and they must be presented before your mind again and again. You must read about these lofty qualities from the great books of great sages and saints. Read the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. Read the scriptures. See how people have struggled to make themselves perfect, and see what methods you are to adopt to make yourself perfect. Every day is your challenge. Every day you can look within your mind and see what you are achieving. What do you do when you develop a sense of loneliness? What can you do when you become dejected? What do you do and why do you become dejected? What do you do when your ego begins to hiss and you begin to react towards others, when you become moody and sentimental? How do you conquer these limitations? By developing virtuous qualities and learning to adapt and adjust. A disciple must be serviceable to Guru and through Guru to the world. This speaks of his love for Guru. But if these qualities do not arise, if in their place simply words remain, then it is not real love. Anybody can say a lot about love and devotion, but if in practical life it is not expressed, then the words are of little significance. An aspirant must love God through his life, not just through his words. And in that process, he must link himself to the Guru. The Upanishads have presented the ideal disciple in the form of Nachiketa. Nachiketa was a boy of only 5 years old. One day, he saw his father giving away cows in charity. They were so old, however, that they would only become a burden to those who received them. There was selfishness involved in that type of sacrifice, and Nachiketas pointed out this error to his father. His father, in turn, became very angry and said to his son, I give you to death. Go to death. In those days, people did not speak words in vain, and Nachiketas, realizing it to be the command of his father, at once committed himself to death by a mere act of will. Nachiketa's spirit rose to the astral world and, figuratively speaking, reaching the gates of Yama, the god of death, he knocked at the gate and rang the bell, but there was no response. So, after waiting 3 days and fasting there, the god of death finally appeared and said, I have left a Brahman guest fasting at my door. That has been a great sin on my part, but I was busy. However, to compensate for this, Nachiketa, I will give you three boons. For the first boon, Nachiketa asked that his parents be happy and that they do not repeat and repent for having sent him to the god of death. For the second boon, he has to learn the art of karma or action so that through action he might be serviceable to humanity. And for the third boon, he has to know the science of Brahman. The first two boons Yama gave readily, but concerning the third said, this boon you should not ask, O Nachiketa. Ask for anything else. Ask for 100 years of wealth, pleasures of the world. Even if you ask for all the pleasures of heaven, I will send them all to you back in the mortal world. Ask for anything, but do not ask for the immortality of the spirit. Nachiketa, however, said, you give all this, yet one day you will come and take it all away from me. Therefore, I do not want anything on which you have your hold. I want immortality alone. Just imagine the grit of that 5-year-old boy. Nachiketa is described in Katha Upanishad as an ideal disciple who persists to attain the realization of self by developing profound renunciation towards the objects of the world. The Upanishads have also laid down fourfold qualifications for an aspirant. The fourfold qualifications are discrimination, dispassion, sixfold virtues of serenity, control of the senses, renunciation of egoistic involvement, endurance, faith, and the tranquility of the mind. And the fourth one is the burning aspiration for self realization, also known as mumukshutva. If these qualities are promoted in your day to day life, you become a disciple. And when you become a disciple, you begin to receive inspiration from Guru. But Guru is a subtle reality, encompassing everything you encounter in the world. Therefore, you begin to receive guidance from everything in the world. The sky becomes your guru, teaching you expansion. The wind becomes your guru, teaching you how to become free from attachment and involvement. The whole world becomes your guru. Furthermore, a disciple must possess the spirit of always being a disciple, of being a constant student of life, and not to develop the concept of becoming guru. There is a humorous instance where a disciple comes to the guru and asks, tell me, who is greater, guru or disciple? The guru says, surely the guru is greater. Then the disciple says, make me therefore a guru. I don't want to be a disciple. The fact is, a disciple should always consider himself a disciple, even though he may rise to a lofty height of perfection. No matter what he becomes, he must develop the perspective of constant learning, constant improvement. He should never even be satisfied with perfection or allow himself any feeling of greatness. As Jesus said in the Bible, he who is least is best in the eyes of God. A disciple puts himself in the least position from the point of view of his ego. He practices self effacement. And so, the world of discipleship is a process of discovering one's relationship with God. All human relationships are backed up by illusion. Relax- Relationships with family are dependent upon your body, your youthfulness, and your particular talents. But your relationship with Guru is based upon your soul and its movements. This relationship, therefore, brings about a different type of fulfillment. It is an extraordinarily satisfying and elevating fulfillment brought about by relating yourself to God through the medium of Guru. As you advance, you receive higher and higher aspects of Guru until you, as the disciple, become the soul and Guru becomes God within you. You become Arjuna and Guru becomes Krishna. Finally, both blend into one reality, Brahman, the Absolute. This is the final goal of Guru disciple relationship, and therefore, a disciple must understand the various attitudes and qualities that must be persistently promoted in his daily life. So, with this, we conclude this beautiful and very profound essay chapter on how to become a true disciple. May we all become true disciples and humbly walk on this holy journey together. Hari Om Tat Sat. I will see you in tomorrow's satsang where we will be picking up a new topic, new chapter, how to cultivate divine impressions in the unconscious. Hari Om.